Lords, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, granddads and grannies, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, for I'm here to bury Dylan and not to praise him. What can you say about a man who's come from humble beginnings, a man who is quickly rising to the very top of his profession based solely on intelligence, grit, willpower to push on where others have fallen, a man who is beginning to distinguish himself at the very highest level amongst his peers, and where none can say a bad word against him. But it's enough about me. I'm talking about Dylan Yates. For those who don't know me, my name is David Alexander, and I've had the dubious pleasure of knowing Dylan Yates for almost 25 years. We have worked, eaten, educated, drank, and grown up together. All the time we spent growing up together means he's as much in part of developing my sense of humour as anyone. So if the speech is not funny, it's his fault. Nothing to do with me. So you heckle him, not me, right? Him. No, seriously, Dylan has been a great friend to me, and knowing him as well as I do, I can guarantee Laura that over the coming years he will provide you with absolutely nothing. No, sorry, except I love happiness and good times. Right, so I'd like to start by saying, on behalf of the bride and groom, thank you all for coming in today in celebration of their marriage. Laura, your dress amazing, you're looking absolutely beautiful today. And well, Dylan, he's turned up. So I'd also like to say what a wonderful job the bridesmaids have done and how amazing you all look today. So I'll give a quick toast to the bridesmaids, but it's already been done, but I'd like to do it again to the bridesmaids, young and old. To the bridesmaids. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, as you probably know, the job of the best man is to tell embarrassing stories about the groom. But to be honest, I really don't want to be responsible for the world's shortest marriage, so I'm going to avoid these like the plague. It's a great honour to be the best man, but with the role comes the role of actually writing this speech. And to be honest, I want to make the process as easy as possible. So, where do you begin for ideas? The obvious place seemed to be the internet. So with a multitude of resources at my fingertips, I began searching the web. For a couple of hours of surfing, I found some really, really good stuff. But then I remembered I was looking for best man's tips, and most of the stuff that I found told me it actually made me go blind. I did actually find loads of really prepared speeches on the internet, but sadly none of them were about a couple called Dylan and Laura, so it looks like it's down to me after all. From what I gather, another part of my duty is to ask friends and family words that best describe Dylan. Many of Dylan's friends in particular described him as a first-class banker. Being an air traffic controller, I figure I must have misheard them. So some other words you could use to describe Dylan are loyal, intelligent, strong-willed, but actually nobody said these, so I'm not going to. He was, however, once described as an arrogant, conceited, insensitive and lazy, but let's face it, who's no more than his mother Jane? Speaking of Jane, she informed me the day that changed her life, which was July 13th, 1984, and that was the day that Dylan was born. Complete and utter agony for her, and nothing's changed since. Dylan, since a young age, has been utterly obsessed with the aviation and airplane industry. He is, in that sense, landed. Yeah, tough crowd, yeah. I thought that was going to be tough, but I'll move on very quickly. His dream job. Still to this day, he cannot go past Heathrow or Gatwick Airport without making reference to some planes circling in the sky. This obsession led him to ask me one question, which I believe to be somewhat out of character. At the age of 18, I must stress the age, he was definitely 18 at this point. This is important with the rest of the story. He was 18 when he asked me this. Dylan asked me if I wanted to join the Mile High Club. So at first, I was very apprehensive given the nature of the question that he'd asked. I soon quickly realised Dylan's version of the Mile High Club is not quite the same as everybody else's. Dylan's version of the Mile High Club is to walk a mile through Peacedown and get stoned. 18, remember 18, I believe Dylan's love of the aviation industry then spilled out across to his love life. His taste in women can be comparable to his taste in planes. In the early days, before you, Laura, before you didn't like this women a bit like EasyJet.
We got a pilot so just
when I say that, I mean they were orange, budget, and you was forced to pay for extras. As Dylan grew into a man, his taste for airplanes became comparable to the lady sat next to him today. Lovely Laura. Virgin Airways. When I say that, I mean classy, good-looking, in for the long haul can provide a great service. When I first met Laura, albeit on a dark Friday night up at the Beacon Hall Park, my impression of her was beautiful, witty, charming, clever, thoughtful person. She quickly ruined it by actually agreeing to marry this man. Why? So, I would like to say, on behalf of the bridesmaids and myself, I'd like to thank Dylan and Laura for asking us to be involved in a unique and special day. I know they both put an absolute tremendous amount of effort into planning the wedding, especially Laura, and I can only hope that apart from the speech, everything else has exceeded your expectations. It just remains to say what an honour it was today to be standing here as Dylan's best man and actually see Dylan and Laura walk down the aisle. And it also makes me incredibly happy that Dylan to finally recognise in 28 years that I'm a better man. Anyway, it's customary to make a toast to the newlyweds at this point, so please raise your glasses to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Yates. Yay! Right, the speech is now finished, so I'm going freestyle. The next part of this speech is to cut the cake. So, if Dylan and Laura would like to expand it in a minute, we'll do the cake first. If you want to head up there and do the cake, we can take photos, whatever you want to do.